Have spoken up saying Lincoln Hills needs to be reformed.
And joining us this morning is Democratic State Senator from Milwaukee, Lena Taylor. Lena, you have been beating this drum for the last few years. Why has it taken, or what is it going to take to get these kids from Milwaukee closer to the county?
Well, I think a couple of things. I think that the state has to be more responsive to the county because they have not. I think that we need to all be in a room to be clear on what is stopping the process from happening, because there's no question that we can see an alternative that could be productive that we have within DOC that has no solitary confinement, has no cages, has no pepper spray, has the type of job training and skill training and trauma-informed care approach that we know we need, that has also been successful for counties.
Well, you heard Marvin Levi, his testimony here, sharing his story. He's saying taxpayers really aren't getting the dollars are not being spent correctly because what's happening up there isn't reforming the youth. Do you agree?
I agree completely that our youth are being traumatized also while they are incarcerated. I do agree from the visits that we've had, the community-based visits that we've done, that there is a disconnect between helping children have hope and being able to connect to something so that when they come out, they're on a different path. And I think most importantly, the distance that exists, it also goes directly against trauma-informed care approach, which means that you need family engaged and you need community engaged. And so it makes it very difficult for that to happen when it's a 4+ hour ride to get there.
Is step one reform Lincoln Hills, or are you saying step one, keep the kids here in the county?
So I most definitely would like to see kids to be closer, because in order to be able to rehabilitate them or to address the issues, you need community and family engagement. So I think closer, regional, county,
Kids
working
first.
With the kids.
Is it safe
kids
to say
first.
Kids first?
Yep.
But here's the issue that I'm struggling with. Racine knew years ago there was something going on at Lincoln Hills, right?
They wrote the governor.
So they take their kids out of Lincoln Hills. My question to you is, if we have a majority of the kids who are in Lincoln Hills from Milwaukee County, is this a financial thing? If we take these kids out, will that facility be able to survive?
Well, we will still have some kids that may have to be at Lincoln Hills. Whether or not that facility is used or retooled for a different purpose is a whole nother conversation.
But you understand what I'm saying financially? Because where it's set up,
but the
4 hours away, what else is going on in that community other than that?
But I want to be clear on this. Juvenile corrections originally had more facilities. We closed 2 because of exactly
nearby.
And Wells.
And the counties,
and we closed it because of finances, because we were only escalating the amount of money that we were spending on juvenile corrections because we had too many facilities and not enough people. So yes, it will create a problem. It will create job issues for people who are in that area. But the issue at hand is juvenile corrections should be about correction, not punishment. It's not juvenile punishment, it's juvenile corrections.
So our efforts going on right now on the Democratic side, the Republican side, the governor, to try to build a state-secured facility in Milwaukee County?
I don't know that we need to build any facility. I think we have facilities that could be retooled for the purposes of doing work. I think we have a model in the Grow Academy that is trauma-informed based, that does not have solitary confinement, cages, pepper spray, any of those things, and that the tools that they use have been successful for other counties like Dane County. So I suggest that what we may need is an inventory of what do we have, how do we make those facilities work so that we can immediately have young people close. I don't think it's about necessarily building another structure.
Therefore, you don't need the state?
Well, we need the state regardless, because Department of Corrections is a part of that concept.
And by the way, we did ask.
And maybe money too.
Sure. We did ask the Department of Corrections to be on the show. We asked them to respond to this lawsuit. They say they are reviewing the lawsuit, and at this time, they cannot respond to the lawsuit. Well, coming up, big changes could come for youth offenders from Milwaukee County.
Why some local leaders are in favor of spending money to bring those kids closer to home.